Morara Kebaso seems to face a lot of challenges after claiming that the first in command called him, and we are all aware that Hussein Mohammed confronted him in Citizen TV interview with Jeff, and Isaac Mwaura is also bordering the same boat with Hussein Mohammed to be on Morara Kebaso's neck. And that is what we want to discuss at this point. Why do you think State House men are now hunting Morara? Before I carry on, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, and it is my hope and prayer that this video is going to find so well in this evening hour. And I want to appreciate you so much for your genuine support in this broadcast. If you are watching me for the first time and you've never subscribed to this YouTube channel, I request you kindly do me a favor, take a 1 second and click that notification bell and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like the video, watch, share and give us your opinion. And to the members, feel welcome, and I'm very much blessed, by the way. Let's proceed. Isaac Mwaura forced to respond after Morara Kebaso mentioned him in a job offer claims. Government spokesperson Isaac Mwaura joined his State House counterpart Hussein Mohammed in calling out lawyer and activist Morara Kebaso for claiming that he received a personal phone call from President William Ruto. Morara Kebaso, I am not aware of any call from the President to you. Please examine your conscience and show some patriotism. I just bumped into you at KICC like any other fellow citizen. Be honest with yourself, Mwaura wrote. A lot of Kenyans have the president's number, by the way. Let Morara substitute that the president call him. He is lying, he is running away from the question. Will you allow anybody in Kenya to just walk into your studios and say it was called by the president and you just believe it? How can he prove it? Hussein Mohammed further posted while confronting Kebaso to give proof of the said phone call. That is what seems to happen as the two gentlemen are on Morara Kebaso's neck. There's something which we don't understand here. Who is speaking the truth and who is not saying the truth? Because President himself is still in Nyanza tour. I think is ending it today, but never come out and reveal to Kenyans that the activist is the one who called the activist. By the way, Ruto have that chance, and no one can control Ruto the same way no one can control me calling someone from State House or calling so and so. It depends on how good relationship we are or any other thing I want to do. But I can't expose in social media, Sima was the president, then saying I call Mr. Mwaura. And even Mwaura himself, Mr. Mwaura cannot expose in social media that I call Charles. So there are two scenarios here. These people are trying to reveal to Kenyans. There is a lamentation and disbelief that Morara cannot talk to the president. That is why it seems to end in tears in Morara Kebaso, as what he was expecting is being turned upside down by the State House men, saying that he is lying in public and he should speak the truth and act as a patriotism man in the city. Let me begin with one of my objectives or point of view here. Morara had exposed President Ruto, and he had exposed Ruto on his unfulfillment project or launch project which have ever been fulfilled. That is how Morara complained. But you see, there is a political challenge here, that each and every administration have fear that if exposed, then the country itself is going to be shamed. For instance, what Morara is doing, exposing president, which is a little bit tricky. And I advised the president the other day that launching several projects will not make him to work. And I prefer him to complete one project at a time. Because he's the head of state, my advice might be beyond him. And there are those people who are advising him. You never know. He's also a man, and he have some intelligence people who advise him. And that is why these people are now turning things upside down to Morara, and they want him to apologize by force, by confronting him, by attacking him with any means. Even if Ruto called Morara, that is not a big deal. Why are they now complaining that Morara was called? Morara was not called. Is that agenda to be discussed at this point? Are there state house men who are supposed to ensure that country is being driven or headed into right direction? By taking time to confront Morara, I prefer them to take time on advising the president, because they are the one who are close with the president, telling him hivi na hivi na hivi. Let Morara do his own work. As much as they are complaining that Morara is not a news reporter, but let him do his own work. We are living in a world of exposure. Whether you go to US, it is the same. Whether you go to Australia, it is the same. That each and every person, each and every leader must now speak the truth, subject him or herself to the people whom he or she rules. And that is what we call leading the people honestly, leading the people with action. So Mwaura and Hussein Mohamed are forgetting that. That is why they are making Morara to be in tears. It is a kind of hunting Morara. And believe, and just try to imagine two people from State House hunting you. They all have that State House machinery. It's only that Constitution don't allow them. But after that, what next? Because there is no permanent place. You must one day vacate, leave it. Even in your job place, position you are right now, you will not just work unless you want to stay there forever. But what I want to advise this man Mwaura and Hussein Mohamed, just to be humble and not to confront this young man. He's also a Kenyan, he's also a politician, he's also an activist, he's a lawyer also, but all those doesn't matter. Let them, both of them, try to control how they talk, try to control how they reveal their plan in social media. Because you see, the other side, Hussein Mohamed is claiming that who gave Morara authority to go and report in national TV that he talked to the president, which is wrong, because Morara is also a human being. He can talk to President Ruto. You never know, we have a President Ruto who is down to earth, talking to anyone. For those who have checked President Ruto interacting with several people in the country, the other day he was given a fish in Homa Bay. If he was someone who is high class, then he couldn't even accept that fish. He could have said, no, I ate this and that. And even I saw another video clip, the governors eating mayai ugali, ile ugali ya kusiaga, Homa Bay. So those are leaders. It is just obvious characteristics of a good leader. So Mwaura and Hussein Mohamed should also understand this, that Morara Kibaso can also talk to the president. But President Ruto cannot tell them that tume discuss hii na hii. So wapunguze tu hiyo tempo yao and understand each other. Anyway, that's now what is happening as they are hunting Morara and demanding him to say the truth if President Ruto called him. I don't think if it is a big deal or if it was a big deal as such, but let us try to flash back where we came from, whom we are today, and what we have to this our country. That is what I can tell the gentleman. And again, to Morara, as much as he is exposing the president, I must also understand that there are some constitutional rights. President Ruto is also being protected by constitution. Kama kuna project haku launch vizuri, you have that mandate to seek advice, kwa sababu Biblia pia imesemwa ulimi yako ikikufanya ukue kwa dhambi, fanya nini? Toa nje hata macho. Sasa maybe akiona amejua huyu rais ndio alilaunch hajafanya, call him, mwambie your excellency this and that, maybe forget, or he talk to other people in the country, those who are concerned. That is how we interact as a country and solving the problem. Anyway, I rest my case at that point. I wish you all the best. I have no harm to anyone. We are living in a country where each and every person have that right to talk, to say anything. But this is just independent. My YouTube channel, I don't support anyone, just trying to give advice and interact to come up with a superior conclusion to this our country.